bags were horror lies.
Hello and welcome to Body Bags. My name is James and I'm your Sunday night reviewer. And to finish up our 1986 week, I decided to do something a little bit different. More of a story of what could have been. So I decided to look at Maniac 2, Mr. Robbie. So this is a movie that was never made. We don't know if the film would have got like full funding or anything, but we had the tragic loss, the death of Joe Spinell. So it never got made. Yeah, so when I watched this, there was like a small kind of a small interview with the director, and well, we actually had Joe Lustig as well, and it was kind of like he was saying on this kind of showreel thing, it was like saying that he never wanted to make Maniac 2, it's just Maniac, the first one. But there was an idea for a second Maniac. So I can't remember the director's name. It's not someone that I remembered, but apparently he pitched this idea to Joe Spinell, and he was very, very up for it. But there was also apparently that he wasn't happy with there was like a backlash towards Maniac. It's very against women. So like these women's rights activists, of course, were like kind of pissed with this. And apparently that hurt Joe Spinell. And so the idea with the second one is like very different. I'm not sure how much this was pushed from the director and how much it was pushed by Joe Spinell, but what we have here is that he's actually a children's entertainer. He's this clown. Apparently it sounds like he's probably he's on television and he's quite successful clown. Like you hear mention this limo is going to pick him up and stuff like that. And yeah, he's getting these, it's kind of odd. It's like, I don't know how much this was going to be like steeped in reality, or kind of is he having like a bit of a breakdown or something. It's very hard to tell from a short. It wasn't even a short, it's a show reel. It's kind of like put together this few scenes. It's a very somber tone to this short. And how he is, it's like he seems depressed. He's very, when he's talking on the phone, he's very down, he's depressed and things like that. He's in a bar getting drunk and he's just not happy. Even though it's obviously quite successful, it's not bringing him happiness. And so these letters he's getting in his head, or however it is actually strange letters to get from kids, basically, that they like the show and they're getting beaten by their parents. This is why I'm like not sure. It's like is he getting these letters and he's adding this level on there? There's getting beaten by parents. But anyway, the whole idea from this, I think, is going to be some sort of deranged vigilante Joe Spinell, killer clown sort of thing. But anyway, he's in this bar. He's very drunk. The bartender's like shutting up for the night, and the cook is in there. He's like, hey, I'm gonna shut up soon, but come back, get high with me, let's do some cocaine. And he actually mentioned, he's like, oh yeah, my son like loves you, but he's watching too much TV. I've got to show him that's not correct, and he needs to learn respect. And then he's kind of remembering back to one of his letters, and he's like making the connection that the cook is the dad from this letter. So it's very, really like, yeah, as if that would be that one guy in the whole of Manhattan. So that's why I kind of think this was pitched to be more, he's just kind of deranged sort of thing, is like going off the rails, killer clown, rather than is like a freedom fighter vigilante for children going around dispatching bad parents. It's like, it is all in his head. But yeah, so he goes into the back, does some cocaine with his chef, and then the chef is boiling some water, and Joe Spinell sticks his head in the boiling water. So like comes out, is kind of like unconscious and that, obviously It looks great, the makeup. So this is like I said, like a showreel thing, and the makeup looks really good in this. Really cool. It looks like, whoa, it looks great. And then he's kind of snaps and stabs a knife in his head, and it looks great. All the blood's coming out, and then it's like there, covered in blood and stuff, and it just looks really, really good. Then you have the scene who's like, if you can't stand the heat get out the kitchen. Some funny cheesy line like that. But then you see like the body like in the background, and it looks really good. It's kind of like, oh wow. It's like, you know, with these things, they can be like show reels and that. There's no budget to them particularly, and it's like just throwing this together. But the makeup looks cool, and having Joe Spinell's character, we know how engaging Joe Spinell is on screen, and this was really engaging. It's like, I've heard about this thing for a long time, decided to look it out and watch it, and it's like, shit, I really wish it would have been made. It's like really interesting, and it's like, it would have been great to see how this developed into a full movie, because it's really engaging. Like this show reel. Like the idea is good. It's kind of like, it doesn't tell you too much, that this show reel. It's like, you're kind of like, you're making your mind up on about how this goes. You have the late great Joe Spinell in there. You have some really good makeup. There's some great visual effects as well. And it's like, this was very, very cool. I really enjoyed this. It's like interesting to see if this ever got picked up, because obviously they had the was it 1994? No, 2014, I think, actually, maybe. The remake with Elijah Wood, which I think is an absolutely fantastic remake. If you're going to remake something, you change bits and do things different, but then you keep to that core. Spot on with that remake. I love Maniac. I love the remake. Fantastic. Both movies. Absolutely love them. And it would be really interesting to see someone take this. I think there's something solid in there from a story point of view. It'd be great to see this made. But anyway, that's the end of the review. Very easy to find this on YouTube. Like, I really recommend you guys check it out. I think it runs like 7 minutes or something like that, so it's pretty short, but there's a lot in that 7 minutes. It's good. But anyway, I'll catch you guys next week. Thank you. Bye bye.